Hello YouTube. We're going to do the spin test on the new Prometheus Lights Lambda Top. Got my watch, I got my two tops, got the camera. We'll see what we get. We're going to start this in 5 seconds. See if we can get a 10-minute spin. Might not have been a good enough spin on that, but the one on the left is the one I've been having in my pocket for about 24 hours. The one on the right is brand new out of the box, haven't touched it yet. See if we can get a 10-minute spin out of one of these. My first spin on the one on the left was about 7 minutes, and that was on a wooden table. So they had a lot of bumps in it and stuff. So we'll see what it does on these plates. I got a 9.5 minute spin out of the one on the left on one of these plates earlier. That's why I decided to make a video. So we'll see what happens here. I don't have any music or anything. I won't talk the whole time because you probably don't want to hear anything I have to say anyway. But hey, I will say they're a little bit smaller than I expected, but they're really nice. They don't bulge in the pocket at all, which was what I expected. I actually bought them for my kids, something for me to have in my pocket that would interest them, instead of handing them a knife or a comb or something. I figured a little toy or something. So I whipped it out at dinner last night, and they seemed to sit and be quiet for 10 minutes before dinner. It was at a restaurant. It was amazing. So, anyway, I'll shut up and let you guys watch the spinning. So these plates I have are just happen to be angled just right so that the lip rises on the outside just enough so that the one on the left, even though it's sitting there in that rut, it's not actually rubbing on the sides. It's got maybe about a centimeter between the edge of the plate and the top. So it's just kind of sitting there spinning. There's no, because of the ruby on the bottom, it's real easy. Oh, we had a wobble on the one on the right. This might not be a very good spin, actually. I will say that the way these things spin, when they wobble, they auto-correct real nice. Like, for some reason, if something disturbs them or whatever, or a kid touches them, they still even out real quick and then go back to being almost completely still. I really like the design. It's pretty simplistic. I'm much more of a, I wouldn't say flashy, but much more of a decorative kind of person. but I still enjoy the simplicity. It's basically, I think it's a steel or aluminum core. It's probably aluminum. It's pretty light, and then it's got a ruby on the bottom, and then the brass on the outside is what's actually heavy. It's actually quite elegant. That one on the right must have found a fault in that plate, because it's just sitting there wobbling a little bit. I think we're at about 5 minutes. Starting to get a little bit more movement than the one on the left now. Uh-oh. Oh, you see wobble. The one on the right. Six minutes. Really hope we can get at least another 3 out of these before one of them gives up. If I had to guess, I'd say the one on the right's going to give up before the one on the left, but I think the one on the right found a little fault in the plate. I may have to do this video again. We'll see. But the guy at Prometheus Lights was saying that 10-minute times were actually pretty common, and man, just messing around yesterday, I got 9.5 out of the one on the left, so I definitely believe the claim. These things just find a spot and then just look completely still. My 4-year-old was like, it's not spinning anymore, it's not spinning anymore, and I said, look closely, it is, and they're like, oh wow, they were pretty impressed. 7 minutes. A lot of movement out of both of them. We may lose that one on the right. Coming up on 8. Eight minutes. Come on, we can do another 2. We can do another 2 minutes. There's actually another little brass top on Kickstarter that I bought or ordered or funded or whatever you want to call it at the same time as these, and so I'm gonna do whichever one of these wins my various videos. I'm gonna put up against that one. It's got like a ceramic ball at the bottom instead of a ruby. It'll be interesting to put the two to the test. I'm expecting that one to be slightly bigger than these, but then again, I expected these to be bigger than what I got. So, and like I said, that's not a complaint. It's just my own preconceived notions. They're both spinning. We're at 9 minutes. We're going to lose the one on the left. Let's see if it'll correct. It's going to hit the side and yeah, it's done. The one on the left. There it goes. So we got about 9 minutes, 15 seconds on the one on the left. Let's see what this one on the right does. Still getting a wobble, but it's not as close to the side as the other one was. Come on. 20 seconds. You can do it. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Alright, so we got 10 minutes on the one on the right. Anything on top of this is gravy. Alright, looks like we got about 10 minutes, maybe 15-20 seconds on the one on the right. Still pretty impressive. I didn't think I spun them very well. I'll probably try to make another video, but I got a 10-minute spin, so I can't really complain. You know, I'm pretty impressed. But anyway, those are the Prometheus Lights Lambda Tops off of Kickstarter in the past couple months. Pretty cool. See you later, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. This is going to be a spinning test on the Prometheus Lights Dark Sucks Lambda Top. Picked these up off a Kickstarter and got them yesterday. I've been bumming around with one in my pocket on the left yesterday, and the one on the right's pretty much brand new. This is my second video. I'm going to go ahead and start. The one on the left, like I said, I've been holding on to for about a day. It's been sitting in my pocket. The one on the right's brand new. This is the second timer video I've done. I'm not sure which one I'm going to post yet. The one on the left I got 9.5 minutes out. The one on the right I got 10 minutes 20 seconds out of last test. And we'll see what happens this time. The plates have this little bevel to them, whereas like the one on the left has found a little spot, and the way the plate's shaped, it's not actually rubbing on the sides, but it's only got like about a millimeter or maybe two. What happened last time is it started to wobble and then it hit the side. So I probably could have gotten another 15 seconds out of the one on the left, except it hit the plate and decided to flip over. I see a lot of people doing these on mirrors. I had a little shaving mirror I could have done it on, but then I'd only have one. So I thought two surfaces that are pretty much the same would be a better video. I'm not going to talk too much. You guys don't really want to hear what I have to say anyway. But it's interesting, is the last video I made, the tops centered out at the exact same spot that I'm spinning at now. Like, it must be the way the plates are shaped, because they were literally in the exact same spot last time. The one on the left found that little pocket, and then the one on the right found this little thing in the middle. Things will definitely find, I guess, probably the low point on the surface and find a place to spin there. I guess that's why like a concave shaving mirror would be great, because then it would just balance right there in the center. I was saying in the other video that, like I said, I had the one on the left in my pocket. Took it to dinner yesterday, and my kids loved it. They're sitting at a restaurant. I asked the lady for a plate, and I turned it upside down and spun it. Kids sat there and watched it for 10 minutes, just watching, just watching it spin. My 4-year-old was like, "I don't think it's going anymore. I think it stopped." And because these things are shaped so perfectly, they don't even look like they're moving when they're moving. And until they start wobbling towards the end of their spin, you really can't even tell if they're moving, just because they're so perfect. But I just kind of told her to look a little closer, and then she could tell it was spinning. But yeah, they really enjoyed it, and that's why I bought them, was just to have something in my pocket that I could entertain my kids with, just for, a minute or two if I needed them to chill out for a few minutes, like at dinner, or waiting on an appetizer or whatever, or waiting on drinks or something, before I'd hand them my pocket comb or something else just to keep their hands occupied. But with this, it's a little more unique, I guess. Definitely bought it for myself to entertain my kids. I did not buy them for my kids. They're a little pricey for that, I guess. I guess. I will say that the little ring boxes they came with were pretty neat. Cheap little made in China ring boxes, but they definitely compliment, and they were a nice touch as opposed to just getting something in bubble wrap in an envelope. Adds a little bit of professionalism to the transaction. I really hope the guy at Prometheus Lights does more stuff. I know people really like his copper flashlights. I don't know. I'm a little weird. I feel weird buying a 50, 60, 70, $200 freaking flashlight when I can go get a $12 LED Maglite solitaire and accomplish the same thing. Granted, that's coming from a guy that spent, $50 on, or $100 on 2 tops. So, about priorities, I guess. Coming up on 6 minutes, it looks like. So I don't know. I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably know what these are, but the bottom has a ruby, probably an industrial grade synthetic type thing. The interior core, I think, is aluminum, if I had to guess. And the outside is a nice solid brass. I'm hoping I get like a nice little patina on them after a while. I bought one. The one on the left I'm gonna keep in my pocket. The one on the right I'm gonna keep in the box in case I happen to lose the one on the left. But looking at them, there's no difference between the two. Nothing visible. The rubies look like the same quality. The brass is the same quality. I think the one on the left had a very, very slight cosmetic scuff on the brass, but it rubbed right out. It wasn't anything that I should even be mentioning. It's just randomness. But the one on the right, if I could mix them up, then I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two of them. They're both really well made, nice and heavy. The guy at Kickstarter was saying that the light core and the heavy exterior is really what produces the crazy spin, and then the ruby is to provide the least amount of drag on the spin. And I believe it. I'm sure he's smarter than I am, but pretty neat. Last time I was getting a wobble like that on the one on the right at like 5 minutes, and it still ended up getting over a 10-minute spin. So I don't really know what the prediction is. Looks like we're coming up on 8 minutes, and mark 8 minutes. the way I have this timed. When we get to 1 o'clock, it'll be 10 minutes. So we'll see. Wait a second. Getting some wobble on that one on the left. With the way with the spot it's at, the problem with that wobble is there's really not a lot of clearance between where it's settled and the side of the plate. So what happened last time is we were sitting at right about 9 minutes, and it hit that side, and that's what kind of canceled out the spin. That's what's going to happen this time. There it goes. Alright, looks like we got it about maybe 9 minutes 30 seconds, maybe 9 minutes 15 seconds on the one on the left. One on the right still pumping away. The video timer says 10 minutes, so we're probably at 9:15 because there's a chatterbox. Coming up on 10 minutes on the one on the right. Alright, there's 10 minutes on the one on the right. Getting a little bit of a wobble now. I guess what I could do is move the plates a little bit, see if that changes anything, especially the one on the left, and do a third video. So I'm getting pretty consistent spins out of them. One on the left, right above 9 minutes. One on the right, right at a little over 10. Oh, come on. 15 more seconds and you get 11 minutes. Come on, we're almost there. You got it. I guess I could do 3 videos and kind of, not really string them together, but link them all. Oh, there's 11 minutes. There we go, finally hit the side. Alright, 11 minutes on the one on the right. Maybe 11 minutes, 5, 7 seconds, something like that. That's a pretty good spin. That's not bad. 11 minutes. Honestly, anything above 10 is almost amazing to me. But alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this again. I'll do another video, and we'll see what the third one says. I'll try to post all 3 of them. I won't have to repeat myself for each video. Sweet. Alright, this is gonna be video 3 for the Prometheus Lights Lambda Top timed spin video. Start. Had to redo this third video. The spin I got on the left when I tried to do left-handed, it just didn't work out, and I didn't do it right. I only got about 8 minutes 30 seconds off of it or something like that, just because I did it with my left hand and didn't get the job done. I was saying in video 2 that I hope Prometheus Lights does some more gadgetry. I do really like their copper flashlights and stuff. I wasn't trying to disparage them, but I don't know, not really my price point for that type of gadgetry. However, any of these little toys and assorted little gadgetry, man, I'm all about that stuff. Seems really neat. 1 minute, and the one on the left's kind of found that same little pocket that it happens to like in this plate, and then the one on the right's looking for that spot. They've been kind of finding the same spot no matter if I rotate the plates. Probably has to do with how level the plates are. I wasn't trying to be all scientific about this. I was just seeing if I could get a couple good 10-minute spins out of them. I'm actually pretty impressed with the one on the right, giving me an 11-minute 7 minute or 11 minute 7 second spin, and kind of happy about that. Almost 2 minutes. And my timing may be a little off. You can take a look at the watch and subtract seconds if I hadn't gotten the spin directly on the 12 of the second hand or whatever. But they're generally accurate within 10-15 seconds, I would say. Well, maybe 5-10 seconds. But yeah, I really hope the guys at Prometheus Lights do some more gadgetry. I'm not too into, you know, $300, $400, $500 custom folding knives or really expensive flashlights. If I can get the job done for $50, get a little old-fashioned case slip joint for $50-$60 and put that next to a $300 custom. I mean, yeah, the custom's nice, but they both cut, they both get the job done, they both feel good in the pocket. No complaints there. If I can get it done for $50, why spend $300? Amazes me how both of these tops just seem to find the exact same spot no matter what. They don't get caught anywhere except for, I don't know if that's just a fault in the plate where they like to spin, or if that's the lowest point due to the leveling, or I don't have any idea. But they both seem to settle in the exact same spot. I guess I could talk about the other stuff that's in the thing. Could probably fast forward past this anyway. But I got my little Seiko 5 I picked up off Amazon for $50. Man, that's a hell of a deal. $50 for an automatic watch. The thing is a champ. I got my little comb in the back. Some company, I think they did a Kickstarter too. I didn't actually do it off Kickstarter, but I think they had a Kickstarter. It was the Old Familiar Comb Company. They let you kind of, they have their comb and then they kind of do a laser printing thing to your own specifications. You can kind of send them an image and they'll do whatever you want. Kind of using that as my signature in these videos in case I get a question or something about why the hell you got a comb in there. And it looks cool. Yeah. That's 6 minutes. I meant to say something at the 5-minute mark, but I was too busy yammering. Machining on these is done really well. I'm not sure how they affixed the ruby on the bottom of these. I really hope they stand the test of time. That's kind of why I bought 2 of them. Figure I'd leave the one on the left in my pocket, gets the job done, entertains the kids, keeps me entertained randomly. And if I lose it, it breaks. Kid drops it off the side of a building or something. I still got the one on the right, and they'll have to call up Prometheus Lights and beg for another one. But I do hope they withstand the test of time. I don't know how everything's attached. Looks like there's 3 main pieces. You got the ruby, the aluminum center, and then the brass outside. We got some pretty good spins. I'm still not convinced I'm giving the one on the left a fair shake. I'm having to reach over and do a thing, but been getting pretty consistent 9.5 minutes out of it. Just kind of playing. The one on the right I've only spun during these videos, so that's the one that's been getting some crazy numbers. I think 11 minutes 7 seconds, give or take, 3 or 4 seconds for me spinning. Alright, there's 8 minutes. It's really cool. You can't even, you may not even be able to tell in the video if these are actually spinning, but man, they're just spinning. I think I said it in the first video. I'm pretty sure that people are probably going to beat my spins and get the little bounce going on and all that kind of stuff. But the whole point of the thing was to kind of show, I guess, some consistency in the spin times with some of the other response videos. These things get a pretty solid 10 minutes per spin without much of a problem. There's 9 minutes. And I mean, it's not useful. You can't open a beer with it. You can't, cut anything with it. It's just a random piece of fun that you can keep in your pocket. Bought them to keep in my pocket for the kids. Spinning them at dinner, or at a doctor's office, or doctor's appointment, or something, just to kind of see. Getting some wobble out of both of them. I think they'll still both make it to 10 minutes. Ooh, this may be the only time the one on the left beats the one on the right. It's gonna be, yeah. Ooh, keep going. Alright, there's 10 minutes. Alright, so we'll call that 10 minutes, 10 seconds on the one on the right. And 10 minutes, 15 seconds on the one on the left. We'll call that. I guess you could, this is my last video, I guess I can kind of show you what the way these things are made. So you got like an aluminum center, right? It's kind of machined. I don't know if that's in focus or not. It's kind of machined on the top for some grips. And then you got this probably industrial grade ruby that they've kind of machined down into the center, and then you got the really nice heavy brass machined, real smooth, polished out brass in the middle. And looking at these, you really can't tell the difference between the two. There's really, the machining is done so exacting and equally that these are all going to be, fairly the same as easily as the guys over at Prometheus can do. I think you may get some 11, 12, 13 minute spins that I would be impressed as hell if you get a 15-minute spin out of one of these. I think 10 minutes is going to be kind of the benchmark. Like I said, on this one, I got 11.7 out of. This one spins at right at about 9 minutes 15 seconds. You get consistently over 9 minutes on it, 9 minutes 30 seconds. So I mean, they're pretty equal. Anything right at 10 minutes is going to be pretty normal. But Prometheus Lights, thank you guys. I'm pretty impressed. Appreciate it. I like them. Kids like them. Can't ask more than that. Thank you.